Okay, so I do one of these videos probably about once every single year, just for all the new growers that are out there that are just getting into the hobby. And it's come to my attention again that, people are just having a hard time when it comes to identification, especially when it comes to the Papaver somniferum or opium poppy in general. So I'd like to make this little video really quickly, just so that way I can show you guys some little lookalikes and then what some of the actual plants look like when they are actually growing. So this right here is, I'm pretty sure, a dandelion, but if you look at it real closely, right, it has the same serrations that you would normally look for within poppy, but look underneath the leaves and there's no serrations whatsoever. On top of that, these leaves are a little fatter than some of the poppies that would normally pop out. Now, especially when they're in this young stage, it's really hard for you to be able to tell what the difference is between weeds and the actual poppy is. So another way to look, right, is let's just take a look at these ones right here. This is another lookalike. It has those characteristic serrations that you would normally look for. But look underneath the leaves again, and as you can see, there is no spines that are going along the stem of the leaf. So as you can see, these are definitely a local species of dandelion that is just naturalized all over Washington. And right over here, oh, here's another lookalike. It's kind of gonna be a little hard to tell when it gets a little bigger in growth. Yes, it will look a lot like the Papaver somniferum, but as I said again, look underneath the leaves, you won't see any spines. Now we come over here. This is where I have a very small patch. You'll see on these seedlings right here that you look underneath the leaves. Oh shit. Here, let's get out of the sunlight a little bit. You look underneath the leaves and you can see very tiny little spines popping up all over, trailing from the very base of the leaf all the way up to the end. So this is one of the more characteristic ways for you to be able to identify poppies. The other way that you can identify them is, yes, they'll have this, these characteristic serrations in their leaves. A lot of the time they'll have this exact same pattern in serrations, but it can differ, depending on what the genetics of your, strain is. And so that's why I like to use the second identifying factor for them, which is a light blue greenish hue. It's very characteristic or similar to if you've ever grown San Pedro cactus or peyotes. They have the exact same blue hue. Another good little batch that I have here, take you guys over to another little spot that I got going on. If you look over here, this is one of my bigger patches of poppies right here. These are Izmir galanias and Asian OBs. So this is just one giant mass of growth. Now these ones, because they're in much more controlled conditions, some of these are going to have less of those characteristic spines, but as they get older, you'll see that the spines underneath the leaves will start to develop more as the leaves mature and as the plants mature themselves. So I don't have any plants that are actually in flower right now. Later on in the season I will be taking another video just to show you guys. But yeah, that was just a quick little demonstration of some poppy lookalikes and just how to identify the differences between some of the common weeds that, you know, are different from the crop that we know and love. All right, this is Gallardo signing out.